In a hidden clearing at the heart of the forest, beside a serene lake, lived a wise old frog. His name was Oliver, but all the animals in the forest called him the Philosopher Frog. He was no ordinary frog. His croak had the cadence of deep thoughts. His words were laden with metaphors, and his presence, though simple, exuded a mystery that attracted the attention of all who passed by. One afternoon, after a torrential rain, a group of animals gathered by the lake. The sky was still grey, and droplets hung from the leaves of the trees, reflecting the golden light of the setting sun. A young rabbit, restless and impatient, approached Oliver and asked, "Wise frog, why does the rain always ruin my plans? Today, I wanted to run through the fields, but I had to stay hidden in my burrow all day." Oliver smiled, inflated his throat, and began to tell a story. "Once upon a time," he said, "there was a little sparrow who constantly complained about the rain. To him, every drop was a delay, a stone in his path. On a grey day like this, he met an old turtle and vented, 'Oh, if I could, I would chase away all the clouds from the sky.' The sparrow spent his life running from the rain, always hiding whenever it fell. Meanwhile, other creatures in the forest learned to embrace it. The mighty oak, for example, was grateful for every drop that strengthened its roots. The stream rejoiced as its waters were refreshed. Even the frogs, distant relatives of Oliver, croaked with joy, for the rain brought life to the marsh. But the sparrow refused to see any benefit. He saw only inconvenience. One day, after years of avoiding the rain, his wings became weak. He could no longer fly as before. It was then that he noticed something the other sparrows, those who had learned to fly in the rain, had become stronger. They not only knew how to face the wind, but had the endurance to travel long distances. Oliver paused and looked at the rabbit and the other animals, who were listening attentively. "My young friend, life is full of unexpected rains. We can complain about them, or learn to fly through the drops. Those who avoid the rain may end up weak and unprepared, but those who face the storms become stronger, more resilient and wiser." The rabbit reflected for a moment. He had always seen the rain as a nuisance, but had never considered that it might have a purpose. "So what should I do when the rain comes, wise frog?" he asked. Oliver gave a calm, knowing smile and replied, "Dance in the rain. Use rainy days to grow, to strengthen yourself. Because one day, when the sun shines again, you will see that the storms were not enemies, but teachers." The animals remained silent, absorbing those words. The rabbit looked up at the cloudy sky and, for the first time, smiled as a drop fell on his head. And so, in the forest, under the watchful eye of Oliver, the Philosopher Frog, another lesson was learned.